Let's talk for a moment about what it's like to be the National Security Advisor. The National Security Advisor office was set up, I think, in the Eisenhower administration, more or less, though President Truman had a National Security Advisor as well. Your job is to get in early every day, make sure there's no crisis, or if there is a crisis, tell the president. Are you seeing the president early in the morning and briefing him? Is that what you do, as many have done before?
Yes, so in the morning we have something called the President's Daily Brief. That takes place in the Oval Office, and it's myself, my two deputies, and then the Director of National Intelligence who are there every day. And then we also bring in other cabinet members depending on what the subjects are being briefed, so that the president gets exposure to his full national security team over the course of the week. And we talk to him about things that have developed overnight around the world. And we also talk to him about longer term trends that he expresses interest in and wants to stay on top of. So it's a mix of both the immediate term and the long term. And it gives him a full picture of the challenges and opportunities in the world for American foreign policy.
And then during a typical day, do you see him a couple other times, or do you see him at the end of the day as well?
Well, just to take yesterday as an example, in addition to the PDB, Secretary Blinken and I had the opportunity to just sit with him informally for a little while before the cabinet meeting, so we could talk through a kind of tick list of issues that had been building up over the course of the last couple of weeks. And then later in the afternoon, we had this call with the British Prime Minister, and that involved some amount of time to talk through what he wanted to accomplish in that phone call, what we expected she would say to him. And then I sat there with him while he did the phone call. So that would be a typical day, seeing the president 2-3 times, and then spending time with the other principals of the National Security Council, the cabinet secretary, Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of the Treasury, the Secretary of State, and talking through the big decisions that we would need to tee up for the president to make on everything from global food security to Taiwan to the CHIPS Act, the new law that's been passed to invest in advanced microchips here in the United States. We cover the waterfront.